up here. Every bucket will be... Hard earned tonight.
Yeah, everything's going to be contested, B.A. There's going to be saran wrap deep. Defense played by both of these teams.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. James Harden out there with Mitchell. And it's Wade in at the small forward position. Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big Cat says, take that.
2-0.
Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Bridges. New York working the ball around now. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Blocked. Left side Brunson. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Allen. Finished off the break.
You know, Allen really moves well for a player of his size, and he's always hustling. That set up the fast break finish there.
Towns a screen on Harden. Out to Bridges. Three-pointer. Mobley grabs the board.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Harden scanning the floor. Mobley, a screen on Brunson. Harden. It's rebounded by New York. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Atlanta.
And a quick look at the stats after that game. They were phenomenal from the charity stripe.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
And sometimes when a team trades a ton of picks for a star player, there's some buyer's remorse. But that has not been the case with the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell, Graham.
Yeah, he's been everything they hoped he would be, B.A. Not just dominating, but sacrificing as well.
Here's Harden. After the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Wade. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Good man. The defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
New York making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Here's Brunson. Mobley with the block.
Man, Mobley is always lurking, ready to erase any shot that comes his way.
Wade, that's good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Knicks trail by 4. Inside, here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And it's 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it's Brunson missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 here.
Oh, hey, how about big that? Time right there. Big time.
Woo.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Now here's Hart. Yet to see a basket. Back to Anunoby. Lets it go from deep. Mitchell grabs a miss. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. We discussed Evan Mobley and how we wanted to defend him coming into this matchup. He said, quote, to make him settle for jumpers, we don't want him getting easy buckets or deep inside positioning. That's when you get into trouble. We'll see how good the resilience is against him tonight. Back to you, B.A.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
2 minutes.
Towns a screen on Harden.
2 minutes.
And here's Brunson from the arc. The rebound by Allen.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the paint. Here's Wade. And that one is hammered home.
That's from...
And adding adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Pass to Allen. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Josh Hart.
How about the hops for a guy that long? Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Here's Brunson. He can't get that one to fall. Oh, excellent D there from Harden. Outside for Mitchell. Takes the three. The putback. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bridges outside. Here's Hart. Kicks it out Towns. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Man, this team has been unstoppable away from their own arena. Up there with some of the best road teams we've ever seen.
No question about that. It's hard enough to win in this league with the parity, but to do it away from your home floor and home fans, that's something to be proud of. Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Huck Porty's checked in for New York. Tyson, he's checked in for the Cavs. Merrill comes in for Wade. Hart finds Anunoby. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
OG elevated. Boy, this guy can fly.
Here's Harden. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Brunson looks it over. And so it's Cleveland, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running. I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jose Alvarado. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Shamet in at the small forward position. That's the group for New York starting the second.
Hart is a team-first guy. Does a little bit of everything and loves to set up his teammates.
Cleveland leading by 8. Pass to Tyson. It's stolen by Hart. Alvarado with it. He's picked up by Schroeder. Here's Towns. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Oh, man. I mean, Clarkson just punishing the defense, running right in for the slam.
Here's Merrill. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Merrill's gotten his first basket of the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And the basket by Shamet.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knocks out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Knicks are able to play 5 out, and Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball, and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Back over to you, Brian.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. For the Knicks, Anunoby, he's checked in for Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James Harden, he's checked in for Schroeder. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Three-pointer, Harden drills it from deep. Harden's got 7 points.
Hey, defensively, when you're guarding Harden, the last thing you want is for him to get a rhythm from deep. He can blow a game wide open when he does.
New York working the ball around now. Here's Brunson. Here's Hart. Just 4 to shoot. Robbed. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Bridges. Right side, Brunson. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at.
Clarkson's checked in for Towns. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Cavaliers. Screen by Hart. Here's Brunson outside. And it's Merrill who clears it away.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And it's Brunson missing.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Oh, got that one up quick. Brunson's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
This speaks to how confident a shooter Brunson is. I mean, outstanding at pulling up off the dribble.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
You know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
The Knicks making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Bryant, he's checked in for Tyson. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game. Allen, he's checked in for Cleveland. Evan Mobley comes in for Merrill.
Cleveland substitution.
A minute 22 left to play in the half. Mobley passes to Wade. Here's Mitchell. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Mitchell's got 6.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Of all the accolades James Harden has racked up, what do you think he'll be most remembered for?
You mean aside from his beard, which is pretty impressive as well as his game? I mean, I think his scoring ability, the way he did it, he was one of the first to really kind of master that step-back 3 against good defense. His ability to get to the rim, draw fouls, and make plays for others. I think all of that is part of what we will remember about James Harden.
And stolen by Brunson. Here's Hart. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
And the Knicks making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. And it's Brunson missing.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
He shoots again. Outside for Harden. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in the game. And so that's the end of the first half. Cleveland on top, up by 15. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
James, scoring seems to come easy for you. What's your mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
I think for the Cavaliers, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering. The consistency just hasn't been there. That said, I sure wouldn't want to meet them in the playoffs, though.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. What a performance by James Harden.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. Mobley and Allen control the paint for him. Mitchell out there with James Harden. And it's Wade in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Mitchell. Shot from the top of the key. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Robinson with a steal. Here's Towns. Towns takes it all the way to the rim.
Karl Anthony Towns finishing through contact there.
The Cavaliers lead by 13. Pass to Allen. On the wing, Wade. Anunoby covering. Stolen by Anunoby. Brunson passes to Bridges. Here's Robinson. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Towns outside. Shoots over Mobley. Towns can't get it to go.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
And Mobley gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Count it from distance.
Right now, Towns is putting on a show. It's up to the defense to try to figure out how to slow him down.
Here's Wade. No good on the 3. Knicks trail by 14. Down low. It's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. And over the previous 10 games, let's take a look at the assist leaders among point guards. Number 1, Jalen Brunson. James Harden is 2nd.
You know, these are the best playmakers in the NBA, guys. I mean, they're the ones who keep the offense running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
The Knicks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Bridges. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Bridges has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And Cat remains an excellent passer at his position. Outstanding at seeing the floor and finding teammates.
And then Harden with the jam.
and he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Towns passes to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Cavaliers with a rebound. Mobley's got 5 rebounds in the game. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
47-35.
Here's Mitchell, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I like to see Mitchell driving hard. It's just so tough to stop when he gets going downhill.
Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Merrill, he's checked in for Cleveland. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Anunoby passes to Brunson. Ooh, Brunson, the sweet lefty stroke.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, the Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said, with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes, and you're like, man, this guy is a point guard. Back to you.
A tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce with the report. Thanks, Allie.
Oh, the hammer. Mobley, a powerful dude out there.
Pass to Towns. Oh, Towns with the power.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Hart. Mobley finds Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And, guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with it. He won't let up.
It's Hart on the wing. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Towns. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Allen. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Sohan's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Shamet comes in for Anunoby. Clarkson's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Alvarado's subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Cleveland also making some changes. Tyson, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. And it's Schroeder in for Harden.
Large guard loves to drive it, and somebody on defense needs to rotate in front of Clarkson if you're going to stop him.
Mitchell with the ball, and Clarkson picks him up defensively. Allen, it's good on the putback.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Knicks trail by 11. Clarkson for 3. Offensive board. Alvarado outside. Sohan left side. Clarkson passes to Hart. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Cleveland leading by 11. Here's Schroeder. An easy 2 on the layup.
So crafty and clever at finishing inside. Schroeder doesn't lack confidence trying to get it up and down from this area.
Shamet, no good. The Cavaliers have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line, 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Here's Clarkson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Clarkson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Allen, the pass to Wade. Out to Schroeder. And so it's Cleveland going into the break up 12. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a... And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Jose Alvarado, and then it's Landry Shamet, then it's Josh Hart, and it's Towns in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Out of bounds, Cleveland ball.
Here's Harden. It's good from the top of the key. 14 points for James Harden.
A proven scorer. When Harden gets into a flow like this, he can pile up points.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Tyson with the bucket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
They get it back. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Nice job by Towns to get in there and get aggressive.
Cleveland leading by 11. Here's Bryant inside. Covered by Towns.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Yes, they're not.
Whoa! Unreal!
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Brunson is checked in for New York. Harden with it. Hart covering. Here's Bryant. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Well, when Harden isn't scoring, he's setting up his teammates.
And Hart throws it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I'll tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Harden with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Here's Merrill. Misses the 3. Knicks trail by 10. Stolen by Harden. To the inside, Tyson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard. And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And Harden gets the double team. Wade drives in. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Nice find right there from Harden. Excellent at getting his teammates involved.
Knicks trail by 16. Jacks up a 3. Oh, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 9 here in the 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Anunoby comes in for Shamet. And it's Bridges in for Clarkson.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And here's Harden. And Harden gets the double team. Puts up the tray. The putback controls the rebound and the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 20. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. It's tough to see.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
McCourty's checked in for Robinson. A big group substitution here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Towns. Clarkson comes in for Anunoby. McBride, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Brunson.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Cavaliers.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
And so with this win, they'll end this season series dead even at 2 wins apiece.
Fitting that it ends 2 games to 2 because it's been a really good battle between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jared Allen.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's going to sleep well tonight.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Towns, he's checked in for McCourty. OG Anunoby comes in for Dadier. Bridges, he's checked in for McBride. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. Here's Ellis. Bryant outside. Pass to Tyson. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this.
James, your playmaking really stood out. How do you strike that balance?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that.